Once upon a time there was an old earl. He had an only son, but he was extremely stupid. One day he told his son, "I and number 39. They tried to teach you this and that profession, but it and number 39 's getting nowhere. Now I will send you to learn a trade from a famous old man in the area to see if he can teach you." The son was taken to the master craftsman. He stayed there for a year. After his apprenticeship ended, he returned home. The father asked, "Now, my child, what have you learned?" The son replied, "Father, I learned how to bark like a dog." The father lamented, "God, how miserable I am. Is that all you can learn in a year? Okay, I and number 39. I'll send you somewhere else to learn a trade." He stayed there for exactly 1 year. At the end of the term he went home. The father asked again, "My son, what have you learned?" The son replied, "Father, I learned how to sing like a bird." The father got angry and said, "God, you are such a useless creature. You let your youth pass by like that? Don and number 39. You feel embarrassed to see me? Okay, I and number 39. I'll send you to school for the 3rd time, but if this time you Don and number 39 learn anything, I and number 39 I'll give up and 1 and number 39 accept you anymore." The son also stayed there for a year. When the deadline expired, he went home. The father asked again, "My son, what have you learned?" The son replied, "Dear father, another year has passed, now I can and quat, croak, croak and quat, like a frog." The father was angry and called the villagers to come and said, "He is not my son any more. I disown him. You should lead him into the deep forest and kill him." The villagers led him into the forest, but thinking of compassion, they did not kill him. They killed a moose, took the eyes and tongue and brought them back to present to the count. The boy wandered through the forest and came to a castle where he asked to stay the night. The castle owner said, "Well, if you want, sleep in the room at the foot of the castle. But I said before, it and number 39 very dangerous. The dogs in the room are very fierce. When they see strangers, they rush in, bite, bark loudly, and then the whole group rushes in to bite and eat meat." The people standing around felt sorry, but didn't and 39 know what to do to help. The boy calmly said, "Just take me down there, but give me some food to throw to those aggressive dogs." They took him down and gave him some food. When he entered the room, the dogs did not bark but wagged their tails happily. They ate deliciously what he threw to them. And they never touched the hairs of his hair. The next morning he came to meet everyone. Everyone was surprised to see him healthy and whole. He said to the castle owner, "The dogs told us about why they had to live at the foot of the castle and be so ferocious. They were turned into dogs and lived here to guard a treasure buried at the foot of the castle. As long as that treasure is not unearthed, they will not be liberated. They also told me how to excavate that treasure." Everyone was extremely happy. The castle owner said he would accept him as his son, if he unearthed the treasure. He went down to the dog cage again and unearthed the treasure, bringing up a chest full of gold. At that moment, no one heard the dogs barking anymore and did not know where they disappeared. After living in the castle for a while, the young man had the idea that he had to go to Rome. Along the way, he passed through a swamp and heard frogs croaking. He listened and knew that there was morning in Rome. When he arrived, He learned that the Pope had just passed away. The Church does not know who to choose to replace him, and has decided to choose someone who has the same signs as a heavenly messenger and elect that person to become Pope. While the Church had just voted like that, the young man walked to the door of the church where the church was meeting. Suddenly 2 white doves swooped down and landed right on his shoulders. All the people in the church thought he was a messenger from heaven, so they immediately asked him if he would agree to become pope. While he was still hesitating, the pigeon whispered in his ear to accept it. He was invited to take a bath and change clothes for the inauguration ceremony. While taking the oath, he had to sing a hymn, but he didn't and #39 know which song to sing. The pair of doves reminded him to sing the song from beginning to end. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.